music kind of breaks the cycle, treat your music like some kind of a journey. The reason why we actually enjoy it is because of welcome back. It's been a minute. You know who it is. It's your big boy babe, D-Stock. We're gonna be focusing on the anthem, Yamhlaba, Ya South Africa, and that is Everybody Wants to Be in Love. And the song is played in the key of D major, and the progression is a 2-3-4-6 progression, right? If you guys don't know what I just said right now, there's a course, and you guys can understand what we're talking about. Right? So we have the 2 chord, right? And then we have the 3 chord. Then you have the 4 chord, and then you have the 6 chord. Now, when you hear the song, right, you start from a minor, we go to the upper minor on the 2nd tone, and then we hit that major resting place, and then we hit that 6. Now, even though 6 is a minor, right, but since it's like the relative of our whole scale, it actually kind of rests and it's like a nice ending chord. So that's one thing I actually kind of like about this progression. It's a very simple, common progression that we've heard, but how it's actually approached in that song with the different melodies and everything, it creates this sort of what I call a cyclic progression where we can just travel up and just becomes much more beautiful and more when you travel up. So he's using that as like sort of like the bass harmonies of his song. And then we have the trumpets, we have the guitar, we have the saxophone, you know, like crazy stuff, right? But the reason why we actually enjoy it is because of he's keeping that core harmonies in. That's 6-3-4-2. It's a very clean chord progression, guys. If you ever want to start an Amapiano song or a broken or whatever, if you have the right percussions and everything, and you don't know where to start with in terms of chord progressions, this is going to be your best friend. This chord progression, this 2, 3, 4, 6, you know what I'm saying? And from there, you can even develop it, you know, you can actually expand it. So what I would usually do, right, as you guys saw from the intro, I'll start off with the chords just to get people in tune to my play. 2, 3. Then I can switch it up, higher octaves. You know, and then you can even sing the song with your melodies, right? Because you're just keeping this. Then you're like, you know, I'm saying, play around with it, but it's actually a very nice progression. So, even though it's a nice progression, it's common though. The reason why I usually actually break down songs is because I want to give everybody a baseline template, and everybody must just grow from there, like expand the song. So one of the ways I actually would love to play that song, or if I had to make a rendition of that song, instead of playing that 2, 3, 4, 6 progression, I substitute my 3 with its most closest partner within the scale. 3's closest partner is technically 1. It's a very tonic. 3 and 1 are very tonic to each other. They don't have much dissonance. So when you actually swap them out in the progression, it can give you a new, how can I say, a new feeling or a new type of flavor within the music. So instead of going to the 3, like ba, be, what I would do is that I would go from 2-1, then hit the 4. Now this, instead of just creating that cyclic, it kind of breaks the cycle. So when I mean it kind of breaks the cycle, treat your music like some kind of a journey. So we can like, break. Oof. You see that? Especially that 2 drop, that from the 2 to the 1. Then you jump to that perfect 4th. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about reharmonization. And when I even say reharmonization, you can even break it even further. You can even say, instead of I go to that normal progression, right? I can still keep the bass notes as 2, 3, 4, 6, but change the flavor of what kind of chords I play. So play like one of these weird chords where I play the major open of my tonic behind. So if I'm playing on the 2, this, I'll play the tonic chord of 1, like. So it'll be something very deep. So if you were to change that song into a ballad, like, Robert Glasper vibes. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, you can enjoy yourself in a progression. That's why I say, guys, in terms of music, you gotta make it enjoyable. You gotta make the learning curve of music enjoyable for yourself. I would suggest this progression as an easy starter. You know, a lot of people, especially right now, they teach you, no, play like something like, but this is very monotonous. It doesn't give you that thing. That 2, 3, 4, 6, progression, it will keep you entertained. You can learn a lot of concepts. There's drop 2s that you can learn. There's minor 9s that you can learn. But geez, man, progression A, man. You know what I'm saying? You can even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even need to be Amapiano. You can even take it and like, I'm gonna make an R&B song. That progression will save you. If you are in Iraq, this progression will save you. I will tell you that for free. But no, I love the approach. Yeah, Fallo. It's a beautiful song. I'm enjoying it. It's making my gigs much more fun when I'm playing with my DJs. And yeah, man, guys. So yeah.